You sent me this. Governor Newsom, the great governor of the state of California.
Who, by the way, said recently that he rejects these Republicans that want to try to recall him.
Okay, yeah, before we even play this video, that's a very good point. He said in a video
all those California Republicans
that it was
ganging up on him.
That it was a Republican plot.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Republican plot to get him recalled. Now, of course, that's not true. A lot of the people that have signed the petition are just angry business owners that aren't Republican. So let's see.
It's very hard to find Republicans in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Diego.
And a lot of people sign for this. So let's see what he has to say. In an empty stadium.
Good optics.
Let me thank
I hate him. I know he just started.
He's very hateable.
I know he just started, but I cannot stand him.
you, Madam Lieutenant Governor, for your elected and state officials, to my amazing wife, Jennifer, our first partner of the state.
Wait. He's having a Zoom meeting in an empty stadium with the Zoom people on a screen next to him? Is that what he's doing?
Mm-hmm.
Our first partner of the state of California. Thank you all for being here in, well, the most 20. And I'm speaking to you from Dodger Stadium, transformed from the home of last year's World Series champions into the centerpiece of America's mass vaccination campaign. Instead of fans.
That's not dystopian, by the way.
Isn't this the creepiest
That's
video
not
ever?
dystopian. That's not dystopian.
This feels like the opening to a movie where, like, there's going to be a black president.
Yeah. Morgan Freeman,
like
specifically.
Deep Impact, or one of those.
In the stands, we see nurses in PPE saving lives one injection at a time. 54,395 Californians we now mourn with broken hearts. That's almost the exact same number of empty seats behind me.
So he's being criticized because he won't open stuff up, right? So this whole thing, doing this at an empty stadium, was to go, enough people died to fill up the stadium.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
But what he doesn't realize is that it backfired.
Marking a silent tribute to loved ones who live forever in our memories. 54,395 Californians who will never be forgotten by family.
And guess what? There's millions and millions of Californians that just want to go to a goddamn Dodger game right now.
54,000.
That's all they care.
900. And if the WAB got a hold of it, it'd be 67,300. It'd be a stadium record.
Let me tell you, you got millions of people in that state, and you know what? They'd fucking strangle everybody. They'd strangle everyone sitting next to them if they could go to a Dodgers game by next month. That's the truth.
Yep.
Like, you can keep playing this, like, save lives, hey, man. But, like, Americans have already been, like, it took away any bit of, like, civic pride we had, any kind of nationalist pride. We are now just fat, cooming, narcissist, nihilist. Like, that's what our culture is now. Like, people that are just, everyone's like a victim and a crybaby, and everyone's just a nihilist. And now you're trying to sell us on, but hey, man, you could potentially save a life. And you've already hyper-focused our selfishness and all of our fucking worst appetites into this, like, weaponized American mindset. And now you're going to tell us we can't go to a fucking Dodgers game?
Correct.
It's not going to work.
No.
Because we don't care. Like, you've turned us into sociopaths. So now you want us to be like, hey, man, save a life. And the only people doing that are the other sociopaths that just love having something to go, hey, man.
I saved a life.
Seriously?
Today.
Hey, why don't you put a mask on? It's just those people. There's nobody who actually cares.
Members and friends, nor by the healthcare workers who bore witness to unimaginable tragedy. Look, we've made mistakes. I have made mistakes.
He's made a couple mistakes.
Hey, a fucking governor recall. Why do you think you've made? What mistakes have you made?
But we own them. We learn from them.
You never owned your mistake. When you went to the French Laundry, you made excuses. You lied. You said you were outside. You said it was in the safe zone. You made 500 excuses. What mistake has fucking Governor Shithead here ever owned?
And we never stop trying. After all, that's the California.
After all, that's the California. Even the governors look like they're auditioning to be in a fucking Hollywood movie. Everyone in California is such a fucking phony.
I really just wish SNL was still funny and they still made fun of both sides, because Jason Sudeikis would have made a phenomenal Gavin Newsom. He would have been so good as like a smarmy Gavin Newsom, like the let them eat cake Gavin Newsom. They could have done some amazing shit with this guy and fucking Jason Sudeikis.
Somebody said, well, Jacob Scottshow says, when will Will Arnett play this guy in SNL? Will Arnett would play him really well, actually.
Will Arnett's good, yeah.
Spirit. And I just want you to know, we're not going to change course just because of a few naysayers and doomsdayers. So to the California critics out there,
2 million people is a few naysayers and doomsdayers
who are promoting partisan political power grab.
You're the doomsayers.
You're the
ones that are shutting everything down.
Yeah.
Based on doom.
Yep.
With outdated prejudices and rejecting everything that makes California truly great, we say this: we will not be distracted from getting shots in arms and our economy booming again. This is a fight for California's future.
But the economy is dead because of what the fuck you did.
By the way, there's nobody, everyone's muted, so the clapping in the background.
Yeah, you don't hear it.
And
yeah,
it's
probably not a great idea.
But you can tell they were all instructed to do it.
Yep.
This whole thing is so creepy.
Yep.
This looks like it's from like a Paul Verhoeven film.
Yep.
You know, when this pandemic ends, and it will end soon.
Bro, it's going to end,
We're not going to go back to normal.
His fucking body language.
I think we all agree normal was never good enough. You know, normal accepts inequity. That's why Latinos are dying from COVID at a higher rate than any other racial or ethnic group.
What? Yes, go ahead.
Latinos are dying more of COVID in the state of California because Latinos are a majority in California. Thank you. Next question, Gavin. That was very easy. You see how easy that was?
Of course.
That's like saying Asian people are dying at a rate higher than white people here in California because they're also a majority.
Yeah.
It's literally just Mexicans and Filipinos now. That's an entire state. So...
And while essential workers' wages aren't enough for them to afford the essentials, look, our eyes are wide open to what's wrong. And so our journey back must also be a path to close those inequities. There is no economic recovery without economic justice.
I just want to see Ron DeSantis walk up on that stage and be like, all right, man, hey, get out of here with all that talk. Anyway, hey, check it out. My name is Ron DeSantis, and I'm declaring myself governor of California. So no more masks. Go on out there. Everybody just starts going like, I don't think he can.
And then he goes, hey, fill up the stadium.
Yeah. There's already
Let's
people.
go.
There's already people at the door.
Bring them in.
They just open it up. So we don't have any teams ready. I don't know. Oh, you don't have 2 AAA ball teams in this town? You don't have fucking... You're telling me you can't go get 16 Mexicans and fucking fill this place up?
That's cool. You know who I brought on my plane? Tampa Bay and the Marlins. They're here. They're going to be playing a little game for you guys. Let's go.
We brought our own beer, too.
Yeah, we got it. And none of your fucking California swill. Let's go.
A huge fucking civil war breaks out in this country because Florida just tried to take over California.
It'd be amazing.
Our governor just went over and started ordering. And it would be funny if we just shut up, start ordering people around, and Gavin Newsom was just... Like, he was just too intimidated by his Chad persona to do anything. They're like, you're the governor. Stop it. I tried a couple times. He just keeps talking over me. He just keeps blustering over me. I think he's been drinking.